Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, home of the Oakland Raiders, but today, home to the start of another exciting college football season as we are ready to crank it up here in Vegas in the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Trojans have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bulldogs offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line. Up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit...
Open spaces. Tripped up for the tackle. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Slings it downfield. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He might want another play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Dogs are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's open. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1 what? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you. People are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does the linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Dogs! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road. You know, this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players. We've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field. They score a touchdown. They made a statement.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Trojans offense will take the field for the first time. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point. There is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy. Because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people really...
Oh, it's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Georgia. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Finds his big tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quarterback just flat. Missed him. Incomplete.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Oh, they blocked the kick.
That time, what a surge right up the middle of the field. They were able to get penetration and block the kick.
They'll start this drive going to the air. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when three-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, a first half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Sends it back in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. He wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Working that left side now. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Picks up enough to get the 1st and 10 from the 11.
I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the 1st down, and stay on the field.
This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Trying to get it to the marker. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the 1st half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. LSU dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I tell you this, it sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Regardless of the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The Trojans come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. Off the RPO, complete. To the 10. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom. Stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Quick release on the RPO. Lots of running room. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up with this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Quick strike through the air for the score.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. He's taking the shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And coming out in this second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right back to it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. That's reeled in. It's Brown. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, they're after him.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job in the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
The Bulldogs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Pulls and fires complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. now.
Or
You
after
want
we
many
got
guys
back from
swarming to the
Sally's.
football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
I realized that
Ball
after I said
spotted at
that.
the 21. It's first down.
What?
Leaves it with the back.
What?
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. With the catch, it's Brown. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
And I think this has probably been the... surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
It's always interesting how people handle late games. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. And the Bulldogs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll try out the field goal kicker. And he's got it counted all the way to 55. Never in doubt. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a first down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, and they're going to win this game.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, USC.
And that is such a backbreaker for the defense. Fourth and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
Well, that's getting weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
Going right to work up top. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Knocked down at the 5 after making the interception and taking it the other way.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation. In the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Oh, what a cut! All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46.
And it's It's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man. Really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass. But then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guys.
There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Oh, how that would have swung the momentum, but instead it's just deflection, and they give up another completion.
And, Reese, we hear it all the time. It's a game of inches. Look how close that was to changing this game. For the defense creating some momentum, trying to get back into it, and the offense gets the big break.
Rushes on him. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Brown. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Back to pass on 2nd down. He wants a big play here late. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Going up top again. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Well, that's a nice interception. At this point of the game, up 2 possessions in a 2-minute situation, the offense is so predictable. You know they're going to throw the football. So everybody on defense, they're just trying to see the ball thrown and then breaking on it. Nice job coming away with that turnover.